should be live streaming now. Let me know when you see my stream. I'm here just to show.
Oh yeah, I got it. There we go.
So there's a bunch of different weapons used in Japan, like the yari and the kusarigama and katana, right? They're all good weapons. I want you to see how they use the katana first, right? See how they just move their bodies to slash. And only in some scenarios, yeah, right? And stabbing, yes, you can do with katana stabbing. The odachi, look at the odachi, right? First, let me show you, wait, sorry. Let me show you how you pull it out, right? So all the way, boom, so hard. But look at the weight distribution. You can't even see the character having struggling to lift it. But let me show you light movement attacks. So this is how you attack with the odachi. Boom, you have to move your whole body to basically and basically move it.
Right, this shit long.
Yeah. You have to take long angles to shoot to slash, right? You have to move all of the sword all the way up and then move all your body down to use it. See what I mean? And you have to boom, boom, boom. By the way, my character is fully upgraded, but in real life, it would take, if you're not as strong as Atsu, which is a fictional character, you'll be struggle some to really lift it and use it effectively. This is in the game, so you can use it because you need to use it in combat. But you can see what I mean. This is how you basically be using it in combat. See? Ah, so much struggle to just fucking. You see that? You see that? Look at that. Atsu just.
Even though, it takes a lot of swinging power to use it.
Yeah. Another problem is that all Japanese swords, most katanas, otachis, and other versions, right? They all have one-sided blade. There's only one side that's sharped.
Right.
So that limits your way of slashing. You have to slash on the part that's sharp, not the behind part.
Yeah.
For example, you see the katana, right? The part of the katana that's looking up in my screen right now, you can see it, right? Yeah, you see my character? What's my character doing?
She's holding the katana in a defensive way.
Yeah. So you see the part of the katana that's up, looking up at the screen, going upwards? That's the sharp part. The part going down of the katana is dull. So only one side is sharp, and you have to hit the enemy with that side that's sharp. And the tip of the sword, of course, is sharp, like a knife.
Okay, alright.
I'm gonna send you a photo, right?
You know what's crazy?
What?
You're actually explaining this very well and I'm understanding because this is like swords in Smash Bros have like this kind of thing where they have a sweet spot. You want to hit with this in a certain way with this.
Yeah.
To maximize the damage.
Yeah. And so look at what I sent you on WhatsApp. I have a knife right here. But this knife isn't like a normal knife. This knife has ridges for like tearing. Like the reason why a knife like that has ridges, or a sword would ever have ridges like that on a sword or on a knife, is for tearing. So do you understand that? It's used for tearing. like cut up meat or tear up a meat, it's perfect for that because you can't slash through meat like tough meat. This is like you move it left and right and it cuts through it because you're tearing up the meat. You understanding? So with a katana, but you can tell on this knife that I show you, there's only one side that has the ridge and one side that doesn't. It's exactly with a katana, right? There's one side that doesn't have any sharpness and it's just dull, and the other side that has the sharpness. Is that understanding? Like actually, let me show you. Actually, let me use a. Look, I'll send you something. That's a kitchen knife. One side is sharp and the other one is not. Which side is not sharp and which side is sharp?
The side that's sharp is the one that's hot.
Yes.
I can do the,
And where my finger is, and the one where my finger is the side that's not sharp.
Yeah, the side where you're pointing, where you put your finger is the one that's not sharp.
Yeah. So same as with a katana, right? There's a side that is sharp and there's a side that's not sharp. And the tip is sharp, of course, for stabbing reasons. The odachi is heavy, and all your swings have to be on the side of the sword that's sharp so you can actually slash the opponent.
Right.
So, what's my problem here with the odachi? The weight contribution with the odachi, all the way is at the blade, and the user has to put a bunch of energy and angle and forces to actually use it effectively, like I showed you in Ghost of Yotei.
Mm-hmm.
So we understanding this far, right? We understand. We good? 100% goated. Now the reason why I say, because I said it before, why the long sword beats almost every other sword in combat is because one, weight contribution, right? It's perfectly balanced with the hilt and the blade. The weight is perfect on a long sword. And not just that, the long sword is, well, one, long, and second, it has two sides that's sharp. You know what that means? Yeah, two sides are sharp. Yeah, it's double-sided sharpness. So, unlike a katana that has one sharp side, the longsword has two sides that's sharp and a tip that's sharp for stabbing. So, one, you can do slashes, pokes, and stabs with a longsword. And because the weight is distributed throughout the longsword, creating balance and easy maneuvering with the sword, who do you think wins, the longsword or the odachi?
A long sword.
Of course, the longsword. Now, can an odachi user who's masterful with an odachi, who is strong, get a good hit on a longsword opponent? Maybe, if they all not wearing their dependent, if they're not wearing armor, then yeah. But if they're both using their native armors, and yeah, no, the longsword wins either way. Because you want to know, okay, this is going off the topic, but we already can establish that the otachi's reasons has downsides, but has good sides that I mentioned before the stream, and the longsword, I just explained it now. Why is it good? But have you ever thought, brother? Have you ever thought of like a samurai versus a knight? Who would win in a battle, a samurai or a knight?
I don't want to say knights are eating. I'm pretty sure samurais are smarter than a knight.
Smarter? Did you say smarter?
Like, as in more skillful with the blade. Doesn't make sense?
Uh, I wouldn't.
No?
I mean, culturally, samurais do have a lot of styles of combat with their katanas. But something you also have to understand about Europe and about their combat styles, they also have their combat styles. Japan has masterfully beautified their combat system, but Europe has a way more complex combat system than fucking samurais. That's a misconception, I would say.
Oh, okay.
But I want you to understand that who wins, samurai armor or knight armor?
Summer, I'm thinking about knight armor, right?
Yeah, chainmail, and metal blades.
Yeah, because I heard what you said. In Japan, they don't have chainmail.
Yeah,
Good.
they don't have that. And you know why chainmail is so good? No, you don't. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll show you a video, a short video of like someone using a sword against chainmail, and you'll see what I mean about stabbing and poking and stuff like that. Let me go to YouTube. Chain mail. Hmm. I mean, this woman can explain it. So she explains it literally in 1 second. Chainmail is good for slashes. There you go. I'm sending it. There we go.
So chainmail is good.
Yep. And here's a knight with full armor. This is full armor, plated armor. Look at that one. That's another short. I'm gonna look for.
The video of it because it's just invisible. But yeah, it's very sharp because it can reflect in multiple hits of swords.
Yep. And protect mostly from stabbing too. It's good for stabbing, and with plated is better for stabbing, and Shane is better for protecting. Actually, plated is just everything. But you see what I mean. Even if we're fighting a not fully plated armor, a chainmail armor with some plates, some places. This guy's neck is exposed. Oh no no! Let me show you a samurai with its helmet. Cause I sent you that picture, but I thought you would know at least that hey they have like samurai helmets. This is one with a helmet. Yeah, my bad. Let me show you this one. By the way, I think you're what the next thing you're gonna hear. I think you're gonna like too. So samurai armor. Let's talk about samurai armor. You also have to understand history. But because I'm going to skip history and geography because those are not your strongest strong suit, I'm going to talk to you about, you know, why Japanese armor is like that. Right? And Europe's armor is like how it is over there. Right? So samurais with their katanas, they have to move fast, and their strategies are speed. So their armors were mostly light. Another thing, have you ever seen a samurai with a shield? You want to know why? Why? What's on their shoulders? No. What's on their shoulder? Look at their shoulders. Yeah. You see that the shoulders next to the necks are shields. Those things were used to basically protect them from attacks from the sides. Basically medieval shields for them. Made mostly for like movability, you know, to move around places, but they were shields on their shoulder pads for attacks on the side. And their, you know, helmets are good for attacks from above. You know, like katanas. You know, if I'm gonna slash you from above, the helmet has, look at the helmet, you can see that it has like ridges going downwards and going out. Yes. Mostly, if not a skilled swordsman would hit you with a katana, it would go another side. And if someone attacks you from the shoulder, they would hit the shield. Shoulder pad. Most of their combat strategy is movement and speed on the battlefield. Of course, knights are also as fast, but they are more nimble. So that's where you get the misconception that, oh, they're very skilled swords guys. You know, they have good armor, they're fast, and they're very skilled. Yeah, but you also have to understand that Europe, they had a lot of innovations. They had armor, they understood what killed, what didn't, you know. Our sword stabs you here. What can stop that? Chainmail. Oh, let's upgrade to plating. Y todo eso. And long swords. Oh, long swords. Jeez, they were perfect killing machines. Don't get me started on the longbow, but that's a different subject. But if we ever really pitted a ninja against a fully plated knight in the cold summer, because if someone's gonna come over here and tell me they're gonna die of heat stroke, I did say cold, fresh air summer. They'll die in 20 minutes of heat stroke, okay? They'll have enough time to fucking fight. But that's the thing about fully plated knights, brother. There's also a possibility you might die of heat stroke with wearing all that in the sun. It's basically you're gonna be cooked inside if you're wearing all that plates. But if we're gonna use like a European soldier, foot soldier, not a fully fancy rich guy that's a knight, they'll still have chainmail all over their body and some plates, if they're lucky. But if we ever really do pick a foot soldier Japanese and a foot soldier European soldier, most attacks from a samurai wouldn't really pass through chainmail. I mean, of course, they're gonna pass. But, again, good luck passing all the way over there where I'm stabbing you with my longsword. That's what I'm trying to say. Because one thing that samurais are they're not super good with is poking. Fencing relies on poking your enemy, stabbing it. Doing frontal thrust attacks. If I would frontal thrust attack and the samurai guy will try to parry it or move it to the side, could happen. But again, because my longsword is double-sided blade, I can go just any direction I want it to attack or dodge or block any attack from a samurai.
Yeah, you have more options.
I have more options, exactly. And if I'm fully plated or mostly plated with chainmail, most attacks won't really do damage to me. But don't get me wrong, samurai armor does look tough and it has some perks. Like I said, they basically have shields on their shoulders. It's cool. So when they're raiding and sieging a castle, they get shot by an arrow, it's gonna hit the shoulder pad and not them. You see what I mean? So, it's a cool concept to understand. So, right, I wanted to let you know that, the odachi is very heavy on one land side, but at least I expanded on the subject.
The only two weapons that I want to get is, well now, an odachi, but that's specifically designed exactly like, you know, the one that Sephiroth uses.
Yeah, so an odachi that Sephiroth uses, yeah.
The other one, it's a picture. It's not. It's
Okay.
called the Yamato.
Send me a picture. Send me a picture.
The Virgil uses it.
Send me a picture. Maybe I could find a real life version of the sword, or just Google it. But brother, if you do get an odachi, I don't think you'll be able to swing it.
I'm not trying to use it, brother.
I know you're gonna use it for display, but I wanna let you know if your home gets invaded and you have to use a sword, you're never gonna be able to use the odachi. Bro, bro, if the rubber doesn't have a gun, if the rubber just has a knife, Garon, not everyone's gonna have an armed gun. Sometimes a robber will rob you with a knife. If you live in England, that's probably one thing they're gonna do to you. If you live in England, they're just gonna pull out a pocket knife and you're gonna be like, hey, put that shit in my pockets. Run them pockets, mate. But I want you to understand. I want you to understand that katanas are cool and katanas are great. Don't get me wrong. Otachis, on the other hand, has its own problems. Is that the Yamato? Nigga, that's a katana.
Yeah, but I googled if the Yamato was a real weapon.
A katana. Yeah, it's a
In
katana.
history, it's not. It's not.
Oh, the name of the sword? No, but the fucking what the real sword is? It's a katana.
Okay. Yeah, let's.
You have to. You really need to understand. I have a knife here. This is a knife, but I'm gonna call it Yamato. Okay. It doesn't. It's a fictional knife named Yamato, but in reality, it's a knife. It's a category. So, all right. So okay. So a katana and an odachi. They're gonna basically be like Atsu. I'm gonna shut on the stream.